Welcome back to another video. In our class today, we are going to learn how to make this beautiful 8-sided or octagon bag. If you are interested in seeing how I created this beautiful piece, kindly keep watching. I'm using sugar beads, fishing line 0.7 and a scissors. I'll start with a piece of the fishing line, string 3 beads and draw them to the middle. I'll go ahead and bend the working thread and insert that one. When I bend it, I will insert it into the 4th bead, and then I will pull the other fishing line through the loop and gently pull it so I make a knot in the middle of the 4th bead. For a better understanding, let's name the fishing lines A and B. So the left will be A and the right would be B. So what I am basically doing from this point is picking 3 beads. Then I will put one in A, another in B, draw them down, and then add the 3rd one with thread B. I'm going to make a separate video to explain why I knot whenever I use sugar beads. So I will keep adding 3 beads until I get my desired length. What we are doing is called matting. We are making rings of 4 in each chain. I am making a chain of 14 beads and I have done up to the 13th. So we are going to add the 14th in the next step. I am going to add 3 beads with thread B. I will again add 3 beads with thread B, which is the thread to my right. From here, I will be entering the beads on my left one after the other with thread A, and anytime I do so, I would add 2 beads with thread B. I'll repeat this until I get to the last but 1 bead. When I get to the last but 1 bead, I will enter that one with thread A and then change hands. I will put the work down such that thread A will now become thread B as depicted. Then I will add 2 beads with the thread B. In this new step, we are going to repeat what we did in step 2. So I will add 3 beads with thread B, then enter the next bead and add 2 with thread B again. Repeat step 2 or 3 5 more times such that you will get 8 beads at the side. So the length is going to be 14 beads by 8. Welcome back. I know you got it right, so we are going to continue from this level. From right to left on the longer side of the mat, I am going to skip the first bead to enter the second. Then I will add 3 beads with thread B. Again, I am going to enter the rest of the beads one after the other with thread A, and each time I do so, I would add 2 beads with thread B. I'll continue this until I get to the 12th bead. Here, I am going to enter the 13th bead with thread A and again add 2 beads with the same thread. I would advise that if you are new in beading, you use a lesser fishing line at every level, especially when you are shaping the bag. But if you are not amateur, I know you can find your way to the top. So for the purpose of this video, I am going to finish with this fishing line, then add a new one. Again, I would skip the first bead and start working in the second bead. I would add 3 beads, then I will continue the earlier steps. I want to seize this opportunity to thank each one of you for your constant support over the last few months. May God richly bless each one of you. Again, if today is your first time here or you have not subscribed but you like what I do, kindly subscribe to be a part of this family so we grow together. So for the last time, I am going to skip the first bead and start working in the second bead. Note that what we have done here, I am going to repeat the same thing at the other side. I made the top a little wider than the base, so over there I had 10 beads instead of 8 beads. Go ahead and make another mat of same size. I'll pick one of the mats and cut a new fishing line. Then I will insert the fishing line from here, the second bead, from top to down, the second bead. I will insert the fishing line there and add 3 beads to it. I am going to go through each of the beads one after the other. So anytime I enter one bead, I would add 2 beads. We are making rings of 4 on each bead. So I'm going to do that round, and when I get to the opposite of where I started, I will step up and continue. So I repeated that process 4 times. I'm going to start working on the flap at where I have 10 beads on the other mat. So I will skip the first bead and start building rings of 4 in the second bead. So I will do that from the second to the 7th bead. So I went over the flap 11 times. The next step is to align the smaller part to the main bag. So I will align the two and start putting them together. So I will first pick one bead, insert a new fishing line on each of the mats, and then add another bead. So that is how I am basically going to put them together. I forgot to mention earlier on that there's going to be curves or steps in the work. Don't worry, that is the beauty of the project. So continue to go around the whole project until you end it. And after about 8 hours, look at how beautiful the end product is. Yes, I will not stop saying beading is an art, and so it takes time and patience. Continue doing what you love. Continue with your passion, and the grace of God will make everything beautiful. Until I come again with another lesson, I want to say keep safe and keep loving life. Bye bye.